And we're venturing off, guys. We're venturing off to new lands. And we're looking at the Buy or You Shall Not Pass on the Lord of the Rings Crown series. Gandalf the Grey. Asmus. Because if you ask, it's a must. Now, I'm looking at this because before Star Wars, before Batman, before Spider-Man, before Iron Man, before The Land Before Time, I was the biggest J.R.R.R.R.R.R. Tolkien fan ever. I loved Lord of the Rings with a passion. The Crack of Doom was the best place for me to be. And Asmus really, they came up with their line, and they had so stuff throughout the years. And they finally released a series on the line that can really compete as, if not the best, 1/6 scale available. Now this is where I come in, and I dictate that for them. So, with this crown line, we are getting rooted hair. Really good articulation, supposedly. Really good paint apps. Superb sculpts. Quality upon quality upon quality. That's the part of the crown line that they're trying to achieve. Now, as we go on, we're going to go look through the pictures and see if this is really a crown line. Now, as far as what I can see first, yeah, it can be. It's nice. The biggest issue I have is a $330. On Big Bad Toy Store, you can get them for $330. This is on pre-order right now on Big Bad. But its MSRP is $350. Now, I'm going to go off of $350 because that's what it's going for on other websites. But Big Bad, use my link down below. That's why I'm using their webpage right now. $330 on theirs. $4 shipping. So, I want to go through and I want to dictate if this is a buy or pass. Because $350, it's a bit much. I mean, you have a lot to do if you want to power over Hot Toys at $350. It's not an easy buy. But the hair and the rooted hair, we'll see. So, this 1/6 scale figure features an authentic, realistic, and fully detailed likeness of Gandalf from the Lord of the Ring trilogy. They missed an S in rings. Okay. Gandalf stands approximately 12 inches tall with the 36 points of articulation. Now that's cool, 36 points. Hot Toys is in around 30 to 32, being the toes, if you want to articulate that like in Spider-Man. 36, it's weird. What does he have, like articulated nutsack? No, I should stop. Okay. So this is another thing that gets to me. They basically have a PER system, movable or rotatable, they call it movable eyeballs, which is basically a PER system, parallel eye rolling system, which we're going to see what they are. Wool, beard, and hair. So that's made out of wool. Guys who are familiar with rooting hair, we use Tibetan wool. As you can see here, this is made from, come on, focus on that, not my face. Can it be my face? Can it be? But as you can see, I put like real hair on this guy. It's not going to focus. Well, there's my Joker head. If it can focus, dude, focus. There's my Joker head, and then there's the Tibetan wool on Ben Affleck's head. So the Tibetan wool actually looks a lot better, more realistic hair-wise. So I'm assuming that's why it looks a lot better on him. Hot Toys used I don't know what on Wonder Woman, and some of the female characters like what's her name, Black Widow and stuff like that, which does not look good. It looks like a Barbie doll. Looks like a straight up Barbie doll, which isn't good. The wool looks a lot better. Realistic details and all that what it comes with, and this guy's expected at first quarter 2020, so he's not too far away as far as pre-ordering go. The good thing with Big Bad is that you can pre-order and cancel without a non-refundable deposit. I'm pretty sure that's on most of their orders. It's like non-refundable deposits is a no. They don't do them here. So that's a good thing. You can cancel at any time, no harm. Now, does this? Okay, it slides to the next picture. We've all been seeing that one. Now here he is standing up. I can't, since I haven't dealt with Asmus at all, it's hard to tell and hard to judge on something you've never experienced. Yes. So a bunch of you guys are going to be hating on me for that. You can't tell anything until it's released, or you can't say anything until you've actually held it, or you can't say anything because you've never owned an Asmus figure and you don't even know. I can go off of pictures. Having dealt with some premium figures like Hot Toys and some premium stuff like Prime 1 and other stuff like Sideshow, I can get an idea and I can judge off of pictures. The harshest thing being the price. So justifying that. Right now, all I can see is that the clothes, it's a bit thick, per se. It's not as flowy. It's not as pretty. His hair is magnificent. I gotta give him props for the hair. The hair is really, really nice. Let's see how far it goes. So, the hair is really nice. You got his wizard hat. I guess it's a magical hat. It tells you what house you're gonna be in. And his staff and the sword and all that stuff going on here. It's really nice. It's good tailoring, but it's a bit thick looking. Now, is this a real sword? I want to go back down and see about his weapons. So, handmade fabric made wizard. It is a wizard hat. Okay. Okay, let's go see what his pair of dark blue pants, robes, blue leather belt, traveling bag, elvish printing, glamdring, elvish print. Is that his ring? Asmus currency. So it doesn't say about his sword. I guess that's the glamdring. I don't know too much about the whole lore about Lord of the Rings, but I know I used to love it. I guess that it's glamdring. That's his. It's got to be his sword because it has elvish printing on it. But back to the pictures. Let's take a look here. My issue is it's a bit boring for $350. I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit boring. The knit and all that stuff, like I said, is a bit thick. It's a bit much. The staff to me still looks real plasticky. The pipe, cool story, bro. I'm not trying to hate on the figure. It's what are you charging me for here? Asmus already came out with some pretty good sculpts and paint apps regardless. So where is that insane price increase coming from? Just the hair? The hair is really nice. I'm not saying it's not worth it right yet. But everything else just looks like a regular Asmus figure to me. I'm not seeing anything else different. I mean, they had some good stuff going for them. The sculpt is good. It's just like their other sculpts. It's just fine. The only thing I'm seeing here that you're paying for so far is just the rooted hair, which I'm not seeing much worth it. And obviously you can open the book to like 2 pages, which is okay. I know some Hot Toys books, like textbooks, you can go through each and every single page and there's something there, which is cool. This one just seems to be like a page or 2. And as you can see more of him, that's a good sculpt. It's Gandalf. This is something they are doing on the norm anyway. And this staff, I hate to hate because it's poorly painted and it just looks soft. It's not something Crown-esque, really. And moving on, we'll see more of his shots with a hat on. This must be the sword. I want to say it's plastic, so let's go with it being plastic because it wasn't mentioned as it being metal. Because usually they would mention that if it's metal because that's something special. And then another close-up of him with the sculpt. The only thing I'm seeing on top that would... movable eyes and hair, really, so far. If you think this is something you should get, I'd like to hear your comments on why you're getting this figure, because it's pretty challenging for me. Yeah, Glamdring. Okay, that's I don't know how you say it, but that's his sword. Movable eyes is something intimidating. That's something Hot Toys should really initiate in every figure. At Hot Toys price point, they should just do movable eyes. That would be a cool upgrade. I wouldn't mind paying a little bit more because it adds a lot to a figure. A traveling bag, a pipe, Balin's Ballin's book, 4 pairs of interchangeable hands, his staff. Guys, it's not worth it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's got really nice rooted hair. I'm sure it takes them a lot of time. But, I mean, in a production standpoint, as a consumer, I don't see this being worth it. And the tailoring, all it is, it's robes. It's not even the intricate work like Aragorn's outfit or attire, or Legolas, or like Boromir or something like that. It's just not. It's just robes. So when they start putting in armor and straps and leathers and boots and gloves and gauntlets and all these kind of things, where's the price gonna go? And then they're gonna do rooted hair, I guess, if this is part of the Crown series. They're gonna do rooted hair. Where's that price gonna go? All the way up to 400? So I'm sorry. This is a line and no stand. You're still not getting a stand. At $350, throw in a cheap sideshow stand, throw in some, cast a mold of a hexagon and put it in there like it's a piece of plastic for like $5 more. A cheap stand, hell. But there's not even a stand, guys, for $350. So I'm not seeing where the value is. Movable eyes and the hair. It's all I see. The staff is poorly painted to me. It's not even that well detailed. It's soft upon the cast, the way it looks like. And I see a mold line here, like where they had to put separate pieces. I don't know what that's all about. So, guys, for $350, guys, pass on this figure. I don't see this Crown line going anywhere anytime soon. It might sell out only on par because of it being insanely low number. There's probably an insane low number going through because it's not on every website. So, the people who's getting this figure, let me tell you, the people who's getting this figure is purely a what they call that place, the workshop that designs this place, Weta, I think it's called Weta Workshop or Weta Studios or something like that created stuff for props and stuff like that for Lord of the Rings. People, collectors of that, because Weta, I believe that's what it's called, they make some expensive pieces, expensive stuff. Like, it's stupid crazy. Like a 1/6 scale like Balrog or something like that would be like $1,400, or Sauron or Nazgul and stuff. They're stupid expensive because it's coming from a workshop that delivers such good work and it directly worked with Lord of the Rings. But Asmus, and I don't see it. But those kind of people, they would be getting this figure. People hardcore Lord of the Rings, like all they collect is mythological stuff and Lord of the Rings and that kind of, like, you know, fairy tale stuff. Not to pee in anyone's cereal, but like my gray hair. But I'm sorry, I don't see why this is $350. Yeah, it has cool movable eyes, but even we get cool movable eyes in DX series and Hot Toys, and they're licensed with Star Wars, one of the most expensive licensing you have to go through, and they're still keeping it DX for like $280. The mall DX is like $280. So I don't see where this guy's getting $300 some from. A bunch could argue, and a ton will say it's the rooting of the hair, but to me, it's a total pass. So if you guys like what you saw here in Easy Company Collectibles, I'm trying to outstretch a little bit because I always was into all kinds of lore. I was into freaking Lord of the Rings, Spider-Man back in the day, and a little bit now because of the video game. So I've gotten a couple more, And Batman, I've always loved Batman. And of course, you guys know I love Star Wars. And a couple here and there's like John Wick, Predator, random ones, stuff like that. So, I'm going to open up on the buyer pass. I'm going to start opening up. And I'm going to start going through more and more. Because it looks like I'm all Star Wars, but I'm going to start stepping out of my box. Not the closet, not yet. I'm just kidding. Don't take that seriously. But I hope what you saw here, you liked it, because I didn't. I'm passing on this guy. But if you like what you saw here, make sure you guys subscribe and follow me on Instagram to see what's coming up. And see you later, guys!